You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
Common sense, comedy, and freedom. You found the defenders of American exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. My name is Dylan. That's Steven.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
How's it
hey.
going? Hey, hey.
This is a very special show.
Special.
Because this is not just any show. This is the show just before Halloween. So we have gleefully decided to have called this, you are now entering into the Defenders of American Exceptionalism culturally appropriated Halloween extravaganza. I wish we had like clapping. We should have planned that
we
out
should have
better.
Oh. Do it. Hold on.
We're going to do it again?
3, 2, 1.
All right. The Defenders of American Exceptionalism culturally appropriated Halloween extravaganza.
Please clap.
Close enough.
Close enough. I think it'll work.
Close enough. We're going to have fun tonight. We're going to laugh. Some stupidity is at its finest. They always say that in Halloween the spirits come out, and that's why you wear costumes to ward them away.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Except for that hasn't been the case.
Apparently the stupidity comes out too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
And this is all we're going to do. We're going to poke. We're going to laugh. We're going to
prod.
Well, I think we've been prodded enough.
I think so.
I think we have. We got a great show planned for y'all tonight.
Mm-hmm.
One of the stories we're going to go into is Cosmo has decided basically that your young child, actually, and more specifically your white daughter, pretty much can't dress up for anything for Halloween.
No, because apparently Moana is the big number this year, even though it came out last year. So last year they said that no adult male can dress up as Maui.
Yeah, and
because of the skin tone.
Yeah, which is, God forbid, you should be able to put on a shirt.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's a whole cluster in that. We're gonna have fun with that one. Jeff Flake has decided he's not running.
Flake!
Yes, the flake is flaked. We're gonna go over that, and before we're done for tonight, we're gonna end it out with I have found the most amazing flow chart that we're going to check and make sure that Steven's costume for this year is not offensive in any way, shape, form, or fashion.
Spoiler alert: I don't celebrate Halloween.
Spoiler alert: we're about to find out that he's a bigot. Just so y'all are aware. Spoiler alert.
I don't like this idea.
Well,
I don't like this idea at all.
This is why I have the computer in front of me. Okay. So you don't go nowhere. Stay tuned for that. But we're gonna get started. Cosmopolitan, back on what day did this come out? On the 23rd of October.
Yep.
Put out a wonderful.
Wunderbar.
It was a great article. And the headline reads, "Maybe don't dress your kid up as Moana this Halloween. It's on you to teach your kid not to be racially insensitive." Now, you know, just from all that, this is going to be magical.
I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, get the duct tape. That's all I'm going to say.
You might need to wrap twice.
You have the Charmin nearby.
Ooh.
Okay. And I'm going to be reading from this, and I'm going to read this down, and you guys just enjoy and bathe in the magic that is Cosmo Magazine. By the Red Book editors, by the way. It's mid-October, which means Halloween is just 2 weeks away, which means it's way past time to decide on Halloween costumes for your kid. Chances are you have a child that is enamored with all things Disney and wants to be all of the princesses, all of them, especially Moana.
All the time.
Yeah, apparently. For the record, I have 3 boys, and none of them want to be Moana or any of the princesses, for that matter.
Well, for the record, I have 3 girls, and every single one of them listens to Moana every day.
So you're a fan, is what you're saying.
Sure.
I know what you're getting for Christmas.
I hate you.
Nah. Just wait. Just wait. You think you hate me now? If I have my way about it. Anyway, the New York.
You like me now?
No. The New York Post recently highlighted an article, raceconscious.org, and who is not reading raceconscious.org?
I mean, that is where I get all of my news.
It is. I get up first thing in the morning,
Bright and early.
very early, still dark outside.
So
And-
not bright.
Yeah, well, not bright. Well, my phone is bright when I turn it on. You're
It's very
distracting
bright.
from the thing. I get up, and the first thing I do is as I'm standing there and trying to get the sleep out of my eyes, waiting for the coffee pot to brew its magical juices that is coffee, and start my day. The first thing I hop on to is raceconscious.org
Of course.
because I don't
see race.
well. I don't either. That's why I read Raise Conscious
To make sure that you understand it.
Yes.
Yes. Because you have to not see it and also understand it.
I have to learn how to keep my white privilege in check, and that's how I do it.
Check 1, 2.
No, now you're carrying it too far. There was a line, and we.
I mean, I just did a Flava Flav reference.
Yeah, but that was fitting. Anyway, starting this again since we went off on a tangent. The New York Post recently highlighted an article on raceconscious.org about how that's probably not a good choice if your child is white, and revealed that, quote, moms are freaking out, end quote, over the culturally appropriative costume.
By the way, that was a slip of the tongue earlier. He did raceconscious.org, but he also said racistconscious.org.
I did racist conscious. I'm pretty sure they have the domain name on both. If you
Probably.
tomato.
You know.
Needless to say, the Post's coverage has only amplified the debate around what does and does not constitute cultural appropriation. As was mentioned earlier, because I'm not going all the way down this. Last year, as Stephen had mentioned, Disney put out a Maui costume, which apparently is the guy version. And the reason
that's Rock. That's the Rock.
The Rock, whatever.
Rock, he did
the
that.
reason why they pulled it is because apparently the kids would be dressed up as this character would be wearing brown skin. Basically a shirt that makes it look like you're wearing brown skin. Somehow that was offensive, and they pulled it.
Okay.
So before moving on real fast, you would think that if you pulled one costume from this movie last year, you would be smart enough not to attempt to do it again this year.
Well, here's my question. So my biggest question is the Maui costume. I'm guessing that it was an adult costume.
I don't know.
I'm guessing, and the reason why I'm guessing is because it was pulled. So the Maui costume, it had the darker tanned skin, and it had the tattoos all over the place, and it came with like a hula skirt. So I'm guessing it was an adult costume, and the fake muscles and all that other junk that go along with it. I've got to point this out.
Okay.
If you're an adult, there is literally only one reason to wear a costume for Halloween.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you clarified that because I was about to...
I mean, the rest of the year, whatever, but for Halloween specifically, there's only one way.
Okay.
You have kids.
This is true.
If you don't have kids and you are above the age of 21, or actually you are above the age of 12, more than likely the only reason why you're going out dressing up is to go to a party and to then hook up.
Yeah, you're doing adult things and drinking adult beverages, and that's why you have like the slutty pumpkin, or
Yeah, which you have the slutty pumpkin or the slutty nurse or the the not so good doctor or
Dr. Love.
oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you.
It doesn't make sense. Why are we making adult versions of this? Oh yeah, I forgot. We aren't adults anymore. We don't have adults. We have a thing called adulting.
Don't get me started on that.
We have a thing.
Don't get me started on that.
It's called adulting.
It's a whole nother subject we're going to talk on later.
It's called paying your bills.
Yeah, no, it's called being responsible.
Apparently, there's a new word.
Continuing on though with this article, because I was reading this a little bit ago, and this makes me giggle. So,
Okay.
The Maui question may have been settled, but this year there are plenty of tweets out there asking the internet and Lin-Manuel Miranda. I have no idea who this lady is, but
I think that's the person who did the music.
Okay. If it's okay to dress as Moana for Halloween. So here's my thing.
Yeah.
I've never once thought to ask this lady that I don't know if it's okay.
I think it's a guy.
I don't care. Well, even worse, I don't know. He's got a man and a woman's name there. I'm whatever.
I can't tell.
Gender fluidity. I don't care. My point stands.
The person.
Who makes Lin-Manuel Miranda the end all be all of Moana costume and decor?
Same person who made the Reaver's Mal. They made the Reaver's Mal.
Uh-huh. The original article, written by Sachi Ferris, discusses how her white daughter was torn between dressing as Elsa from Frozen or the... what is that word? Titterel?
What's that? Huh?
I don't know.
What? I'm
or
sorry.
the character from Moana. I don't know what that word is, and I'm not about to get in trouble. Ferris expressed concern that while an Elsa costume might reinforce the notion of white privilege, dressing up as Moana is essentially cultural appropriation, the act of reducing someone's culture to stereotypes and thereby belittling it.
Titular.
Shut up. Though Ferris puzzles over how one might wear a Moana costume respectively, she ultimately decides it's not a good idea.
It's just not a good idea.
At this point, you might be saying yourself something like, but I dressed up as Jasmine as a child, and I'm not racist. Or, it's just Halloween costume. Please chill the F out. Okay. I did dress up as Jasmine.
What? Sorry?
And I'm not racist. I said those exact same things as I was reading this.
Did you really?
I dressed up as Jasmine.
My
I
goodness.
did.
I dressed up as a werewolf once.
No, I'm kidding. My parents wouldn't let me do Halloween after the age of 3.
That makes sense.
The last thing I dressed up as was a football player.
Makes sense.
No, my mom was like, "No, Halloween's the devil," and that was it.
Really?
Oh yeah, no, all on every level. Like we couldn't even go to any festival or party, even if it was like a harvest festival. Couldn't go.
Really?
Couldn't go. Nope.
Not even a deal.
Nope.
Man, we just had ours at church too.
I know. See, but that's what I'm saying.
Awesome.
But my mom was like really hardcore back then.
I gotcha.
I
understand.
Not
that.
quite. When you have grandkids, it loosens you up a little bit, and she's not quite so hardcore anymore.
Like I said, we don't celebrate.
No, and I don't either.
It's not a thing for us.
I mean, the kids will get dressed and go. We go to We go to a friend of ours from church. We go to their neighborhood and let them get, because
it's whatever.
Well, because they don't care, and I'm like,
my kids have an entire box of like dresses and
see
different things that they can wear and just dress up in.
That's why that's the only reason I can honestly say I let my kids do it. It's because I have 3 boys.
Yeah.
If I have my boys are dressing up in costumes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. You have the stormtroopers, and you've got you've got all your stuff.
But we don't.
By the way, you can't do cowboys and Indians anymore.
No, we'll get into that one later because that's going to be fun.
That's going to be good.
But continue on. But one of the best things about this time is that it moves forward, and you should too. You can and should strive to be better than you were 10, 20, or even 30 years ago. If you missed the mark when you were younger, maybe think about using this Halloween as an opportunity to teach your kids about the importance of cultural sensitivity. If your child's dream costume feels questionable, Don't just throw up your hands and hand over your credit card. You're the parent here.
Okay, stop.
Uh-huh.
So you're the parent here,
Mm-hmm.
as long as it's not actually questioning their gender.
Apparently.
Is it really that apparent?
It says here, parent. Let's see what you did there. You're the parent here, and what your kid wears falls on you. If your
No,
parent
it doesn't follow.
that
me.
doesn't. Yeah.
Actually,
If your kid wears a racist costume, you kind of wearing it too.
Do you know the funny thing about that is?
What's that?
My daughters, except the youngest, dress themselves every single day.
Mm-hmm.
They make the decision on dressing themselves. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I want them to be themselves.
Mm.
Now, we teach them that racism is bad and that there is no such thing because we are all the same human race. And thus, you should never judge anybody by the skin color that they have because it doesn't make sense.
Nope. People are people.
And me saying that makes me racist.
Yep.
Because I'm a white guy.
You're a bigot.
I'm a white guy.
You're a bigot.
I know.
Just so y'all know, I want y'all to tweet at him too.
And
Just-
you guys will, obviously.
Steven's
but,
name is the bigot. He's a bigot.
I mean,
Just let him know how much of a bigot he is.
because obviously I have to be.
You have to be.
I have to be because I'm a Christian white.
You're a white Protestant male.
I'm a white Christian, straight, married man,
Monogamous.
monogamous man. Yeah,
You're a bigot.
I know.
This article goes on and on. It's again, it goes much deeper and much crazier stuff. You guys go and read it yourself. We put it on our Facebook page. It's magic in the making. I don't understand why it is that it's so confusing to me. You read this stuff. How is it that one person can turn around and think this is a good idea? You can't dress up as another culture and show respect to that,
What else are you gonna do?
but you can't do your own thing because it's showing white privilege.
Right. So as you can see,
We're-
we're in Halloween costume right now.
We are in our Halloween costume.
This is all we can be.
We
We are being.
we're
all
just
we
being
Can be.
white crackers.
That's right.
So, with that, we're going to take a break. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. When we come back, Jeff Flake. And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. And we are on Facebook right now, videoing as we speak. We are not live. I even said I wasn't going to say
I thought we
that.
were going to say that.
I know.
What is going on here?
Because I started to say we're on Facebook Live, and technically it's not Facebook Live.
Because we're not live.
Because we're not live.
That's okay.
I'm again, it's always me. I'm out of town.
That's because
On the
when
weekend.
I'm out of town or when I have to do something, you can do this solo,
Well,
and it's your show.
well, no, but I would
Technically.
see, but I wouldn't do it by myself if I don't have to.
I know.
And technically, you could do this if I'm gone too. I don't care. It's just,
It's really awkward to come to somebody else's place.
yeah. Well, no, I don't care about that part. No, I didn't want to do this one. I wanted us to do this one together because this is just too much fun.
Oh yeah,
This is one I
good.
didn't want to miss out on.
this is so good.
This one and our Christmas one is going to be a magical.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have songs anyway. But we We are on Facebook. Like I said, we are being recorded right now. You will see us on Facebook.
At Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
I was getting there.
I know.
Twitter at DOAE Show.
Or you can check us out on our Patreon account at DOAE Show, and you can find us on YouTube.
The YouTubes. DOAE Show.
Exactly. SoundCloud, Spreaker, iTunes.
Lanterns.buzz is where you can find all of our archive stuff and some other, our other hosts and colleagues as well. Some awesome writers.
We would name them all, but we can't.
We can't. And
Because
if
there's a
I
lot.
pick any of them,
Everybody else will get pissed.
they get mad.
Yeah.
And I do have a couple of favorites, but I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the whole deal.
at least not at the moment. But anyway.
Oh.
But yes, check out lanterns.buzz for awesome articles, awesome other hosts, broadcasters as it is. You won't be sorry.
So let me ask you a question.
Please do.
What's corny and made into flakes?
Oh, corning. I thought you said
Corning.
corning.
No, corny and
Oh.
made of flakes.
I feel I should know the answer to this question. Corny and made of flakes?
Yeah. Cornflakes.
Cornflakes, I was going to say.
Thank you. Now, what's frosted and made of flakes?
Frosted Flakes.
What's going to happen to Jeff Flake in a few months when he doesn't go back in?
He's going to be Frosted Flakes. The funny part is, couldn't he be total?
It's true.
It's
But his name is Flake.
Flake. Senator Jeff Flake has flaked. The flake is flaked.
Well, I mean, he is Flake of Flake.
Yeah.
Look, so I understand there's a lot of conservatives out there that have really followed Jeff Flake. They've been very happy with Jeff Flake for most of his career. When he got into Congress, he was at 98%.
That's saying something.
It was great. He was awesome. He was part of the Tea Party. He was really sticking it to him. Everything that he pushed through was all Tea Party, conservative. Yeah.
Yep.
And then he flaked.
A little bit of irony there, actually.
I mean, the guy he went to the Senate, and suddenly,
He was a rock star, dude.
yeah,
like
he was great.
was
He went
everything.
bam! 10 years in Congress, going all the way through, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, he goes into the Senate. 3 years in, he goes from a 98% to an 80%. And the reason why he goes from a 98 to an 80 and not to like a fail is because of all of his past things that have happened.
Oh yeah. Had it been anybody else,
If
it would
he
have
hadn't
been.
had that past stuff,
Yep.
if he hadn't started at a 98%, the guy would be at an F right now on the conservative ratings.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's what happens when you turn on all of your principles, or at least everything you profess to have in the beginning.
Right, and he's blaming it on Trump, but it's not really Trump. The guy is down 30% in his polls of his own state because he failed to be a part of it.
I love how Trump is to blame for everything.
Trump is always to blame. Remember that, no matter who it is.
I know.
Look, I don't like Trump.
I don't either.
I don't care about Trump. He is not stupendous. He is not fabulous. He doesn't have the best words. I don't care about the guy. I don't want to know about the guy. He's our president. I'm giving him a shot. When he does bad, he does bad. When he does good, he does good. He's done some good. He has a lot of judges that he can pick, and a lot of them that he can pick over the next. He has about 25% right now of the federal judges that are available.
At least something like that
are under his jurisdiction right now that he can pick, brand new. And most of his picks are heavily conservative. I'd say that's a win on the judicial judicial side of this.
Spit it out.
Judicial side.
There you go.
There. His Twitter sucks.
See,
And that's what's killing him for everybody else. His Twitter sucks.
It's not just his Twitter. If he would
His entire attitude.
stop trying to, and I know, and he did. He said it. If someone punches at him, he's gonna punch back twice as hard. Okay, fine. Be Billy Badass if you want to, and I got that. But that's all great and gravy on the campaign trail. Don't do it. You don't do it on Twitter at 3:00 in the morning
When you wake up.
Yeah,
I understand you have a very long day and you go to sleep and then you wake up at 3 a.m. and that's fine. We all do that. We all wake up. We all look at our phones immediately when we get up.
Yeah.
You don't need to Twitter the moment that you wake up, and you don't need to Twitter halfway through the night just because you've been thinking over something that you don't like.
Look, he has a severe problem with
The Twitters.
well, not just the Twitter, but it's the whole brain to mouth filter.
Oh, yeah, he has none.
Has none.
Absolutely gone.
And that's what bites him. If he would literally just shut up,
Yeah.
then he would be okay.
He did a speech at the Heritage Foundation recently.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it was a good speech.
It was.
Obviously, he was reading it. He was on prompter. He was on script 99% of the time. And he sounded okay. A little robotic because he's reading it. But whatever. He sounded okay, and he did it fine. But you know what? Jeff Flake, you are the reason why you're failing.
Yes.
You are not Hillary Clinton. You can't go out and blame everybody for every single failure that's ever happened in your life.
Yep.
And then write a book about it called What Happened? Get paid, $700 million and only sell 10 copies. I mean, this isn't you.
No.
You were a conservative darling. You came on the scene with the Tea Party. Everybody was backing you, and you failed.
Yep. Which makes me personally, and I call everything the man has done into complete question. Like, how sincere was all of this? Was he just?
Actually, I think the beginnings of it were sincere. I think he went there.
I don't know.
He spent.
He
10
might have been.
years. He spent 10 years
he
in
might
DC.
have been, but
The
I mean,
man
think
got
about
corrupted.
it. Maybe
He
he was corrupted, or maybe it was the fact that he was like, "Hey, if I play this game, I'll be elected." No. Maybe he's just in there to have the slot.
I mean, it's possible. It's very possible.
I mean, I don't know, but that's what I mean. Is like that's where I mean the sincerity of it. But I mean, yeah, he has decided after his little luncheon he had with the president the other day that he no longer wants to seek. He's not seeking second term.
him and Bob.
Oh yeah,
He and Bob.
Bob.
And now the only thing with Bob was actually possibly flirting with the idea of being like the speaker or something like that, or like a Secretary of State. I
thought that was Flake that was supposed to be up front.
No. Like I think they were going to give Bob the Secretary of State position or something. They were talking about it because he was really involved with the Trump campaign for a really long time.
And that's Bob Corker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Corker.
Because we keep saying Bob, and I'm sure there's somebody out there going, "Who the hell is Bob?"
Who's Bob? Okay, so there's Jeff Flake and there's Bob.
Then somebody out there I know just went, "What about Bob?" That's why I started thinking we need to clarify this.
Which Bob?
Which Bob?
Is that Bob from Playboy?
Bob Dole. Bob Dole.
Let's not go there. Let's not go Bob
It's
Doles.
so easy. But anyway, yes, it was Bob Corker.
Corker, yeah.
By the way, senator from Tennessee.
I think with Corker, I think his entire thing was he thought that he could get a very high position if he backed Trump.
Yeah,
he was. They were thinking about him, but it didn't happen.
Again, someone who
Played the game.
who played games and didn't stick with principles.
Right. He decided to play the game.
It
He
is
was going to go politicking.
And what's funny is that these people are shocked when it doesn't go their way.
Right. You're
That's
on a
the
conservative mind. You're on the conservative front, and you're going to politic, and you're going to think that politicking is good for you.
I
Good job.
mean, it even happened to Ted Cruz.
I know. He started politicking, and that's why he failed.
That's why he is not
He
the
failed.
president right now.
Right.
Honestly.
He
that's
failed
why.
because he started politicking.
So I have to admit, I'm not overly upset that
Oh, I'm not either. I mean,
Flake is not going to be there.
I'm upset that Flaked. But
yeah,
I mean, by that I mean over the past 3 years.
because it got screwed. I mean, I would like somebody who's genuine.
That's not going to happen.
Stick it out all the way to the end. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we have Ben Sass. We have
Ben Sass. We have
Mike Lee. And I think
I
that's
can't think
about
of
it.
anybody else.
I mean,
unless you want to go down to like the governorship.
Oh yeah,
If you go to the governorship, you've got
Abbott for Texas.
Abbott for Texas. You got Bevan in Kentucky.
Yep, he does good. He does good things.
McMaster's in South Carolina right
Yeah,
now. We
right.
just talked about him last
Talked
week.
about it last week. It was good. It was good times.
That's about it.
I mean, there's not that many.
No, and I mean, I really want. Look, the thing that would have made like Trump amazing is if you actually had.
If he was actually a deal maker.
Well, no. No.
If he could actually get past like the personality.
If he can get out of his own way. No. The thing about it is the ability to be strong without being a douche.
He can't do that.
And I can't think of another way to describe it other than that. That literally needs to be what it is, because you're going to get resistance, you're going to get hit, you're going to get slammed.
Yeah.
And it would be nice for some politician, it doesn't have to be the president, it could be
any of them,
to stand there and say, very similar to like what Ted Cruz did. Take the heat and then turn around and go, yes, but, and then lay out the fact, lay out the principle, and stick to it all the way to the end, except for he didn't stick it to the end. Very close to the end, but didn't stick at the end.
Very close.
And it would be nice for people to just stand there and go, yes, say what you want to be. You want to call me racist? Fine, call me racist. I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
You want to say that my dad killed JFK? Go ahead. It's fine.
Yeah.
You want to say that I look like the Zodiac killer? Go ahead. No problem.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Even though that was NASA, we're not kidding. That's stupid.
He made that joke with Ben Sass recently.
I heard.
Oh, it was so good.
I heard.
It was so good.
But you get my point. Is
I've got a Dr. Pepper for you, by the way, Ben Sass.
There you go. I would, but that's the only reason why I honestly have considered, like, even briefly, the idea of running for office.
Yeah.
Is because I personally, and I know this because of years of taking crap from people, I know where I'm at. I know what I believe, and I know that what I'm doing is right. Mm-hmm. And it's not that I don't want to control anyone. I want people to be free. You know what I mean? How did I heard it put that we fight hard to get the vote to turn around and give you back your money and your ability and your power, and I don't want that. That's the only reason I would run and be like, I got all this. Okay, now enjoy.
Exactly.
Ta-da! Freedom.
Exactly.
Do what you want.
So,
don't come to me.
Right. Exactly. And that's one of the other things. So here is another praise for Trump. And no, I'm not going on a praise for Trump day. It's just here's another praise for Trump.
I was gonna say it is Halloween.
I know it is Halloween. So happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everybody.
No, so there the regulation that he put into place that you have to kill 2 regulations every time you put in a new one.
Oh yeah.
He has literally he's in a net or negative position now. Like he's put in so many different regulations, and every time they do one, they have to take out 2. And so he's just like, he's killing all of these old regulations that are useless and just taking money and time and everything else.
Good.
And he's just taking them out. It's great. It's great. All those laws that are not necessary, all those stupid rules and regulations that nobody takes care of, nobody pays attention to, they all can get cut out. And it kills red tape, and that helps productivity, and that stops the government from overspending a little bit. But of course,
beautiful. It's beautiful. I just wish it could be
more
and more serious. I mean, I understand, people not liking the president or arguing, and I got all that.
I got
That's how everyone is. But come on, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they make the comment of, at least with when Obama was in, it was the whole, when all this stuff would go down, all this crazy stuff would go down, you watch the other hand because you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Something else is going on behind the scenes.
Whenever something public is happening, always watch the other hand.
Always watch the other hand. Well, the problem with that
in this administration
is
there is no other hand.
There's no other hand. Both hands are causing chaos and the crap, and there's no one on the other side going, look, no one's looking. Let's do this. Woof. Good or bad. So it's kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. It's
like, why aren't you making this a priority?
Yeah, y'all, do you realize the advantages that you're missing out?
Exactly. There's so many times where he had just like stolen the spotlight, and you guys could have done something to give power back to the people.
And the problem is, and I was talking to our dear friend Jonathan Dunn.
Love that guy.
Freedom's Disciple on the Blaze. I just gave another company a plug, but I don't care.
He's Jonathan Dunn.
Jonathan Dunn. But I was talking to him, and I said, "What's the problem? Is the Republican Party is broke down now into 3 different sections.
Yep.
You have the old Republicans who believe that it's politics as usual. There's the status quo. This is how you do things. It's just here's the process. This is how it's supposed to be. Blah 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 blah.
People that were the Reagan Democrats.
Yes. Yeah. Then you have the people who are the Trumpers, okay, who are all about
Trump.
They're
all about Trump.
They're sycophants to the end. I mean, it
is sick. And they are infants.
And then you have see what you did there. Then you have another very teeny tiny small section, and this is not just of the politicians, but this is of
everybody.
The voters as well. Of people who are all about, constitutionalism, all about the principle, all about let's stick to the principle. Do it differently, but stick to the principles and the philosophy that was.
Right.
And the problem with this is all 3 of them are fighting each other.
Yeah.
And that is why that whole watch the other hand thing, there's no other hand.
No.
Because they're so busy fighting each other. They were asking that. When people ask, well, why haven't they passed, when they tried to repeal the Obamacare? Why haven't they got something through there? That's why. Because you have people, the principal guys, you have, Abbott and, Cruz and Mike Lee and da-da-da. And these guys are trying to do, Rand Paul, all trying to do principle. Yep. Then you have all the Trump people who are like, screw it, just do whatever, you're going to win. Da, 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 da.
Give them a bill to sign.
Give them something to sign. We don't care. And then you have the status quo people going, no. We've got to,
toe the line.
Yeah, we got to do this and this and this and try and get money out of this and help my state and blah, blah, blah. And
no.
That's why we're failing.
Just no.
Well, I say we. I'm not a Republican, but that's...
Well, we as in general. We the people are failing.
Yes, as a whole. But anywho, it's...
Well, you also have that. You have the added pressure of the fact that nobody understands what our government is. Nobody understands civics anymore.
Nope. Do they even teach that in school?
No, they barely teach it. It's like, here's the Constitution, 5 seconds.
Yeah, this says don't shoot people.
And by the way, there's a bunch of racist. They were all a bunch of racist, bigoted white folks that didn't like you and didn't want you to survive. That's why they went to war with Britain.
Pretty much sounds about right.
What?
Actually,
what?
I mean, what they talk about.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, how do you reconcile that? I mean, can
there's a lot of things that you look at it and go, really, how do you get to there?
How do you, I mean,
from here?
Yeah.
Columbus, man, he was a murdering racist.
No, actually, let's go over the things. Columbus, when he landed on the islands, he found 4 different types of native people. The first people he was very happy about, thought that they could become citizens of Spain, which is the ones who sent him over there.
Yes.
They were actually willing to convert to Christianity and everything else. He actually took some back over with him to be translators to understand, so people could understand him and understand what they were doing. And then there were the Caribbeans.
Mm-hmm.
And the Caribbeans were cannibals.
Yeah. That means they ate people.
That means they ate people, and they specifically loved eyes.
Mm.
And when he left...
I see what you did there.
Yeah. You like that?
That was good.
That's good times.
Mm.
And when he left an entire team there. Like, half of his crew was left there on the island. When he came back, they were all dead. Their eyes ripped out and eaten first, and then the rest of their bodies inside of these places, because these guys were cannibals. And they pissed off the cannibals.
Who's hungry?
I don't know.
I suddenly had a craving for steak.
Oh, because I was thinking Campbell's.
Good.
Soup.
Gross. I just thought of eyeball soup, which is all fitting for being Halloween. Yes, sir.
It's good times.
It is indeed. One day I would like someone to.
And yes, after he found his team all dead, he did kill those people.
Yeah, which can't really blame him. I would do it too.
I mean, he was really upset.
I would be kind of mad.
I'd be kind of mad too.
I mean.
And then he freed the slaves that they kept. because they went and they'd attack other native tribes, and they'd keep their women to breed food.
Yum. Which is a weird thing to say. You're breeding your food.
Yeah.
That'll kind of make your stomach turn right there.
Yeah. So there you go.
So anyway, happy Halloween.
Fun times.
Enjoy your candy
stuff.
corn while you think of cannibals.
Yeah.
So, but anywho. So yes,
Candy corn and cannibals. All right.
I suddenly wanted to start doing like a Julia Child impression. Don't you know that you turn and put it into the pot, and you put the pot inside of there, and you stir it constantly for 15 minutes.
Don't forget the butter.
Everyone needs the butter. Don't you know it's so good at cooking? Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
You kind of sound like really, really like high pitched. What's his face?
I don't know. What is his face?
Dang. Cosby.
Cosby.
You sounded like a really high pitched Cosby.
Oh, the jelly pudding.
Don't you want some pudding? If Julia Child was a sex offender.
Oh, let's not go there.
I did just go there.
Let's not go there.
Oh, no. Where we're going to next when we come back, we have an awesome flow chart that we're going to go down to prove that Stephen is a bigot. Listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. Be right back. And welcome back, folks. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism on the Lanterns Radio Network. And we are about to prove that Steven's a bigot.
How it? I don't like you.
This is going to be fun.
Sure. All right.
It's going to be fun.
Okay.
And I got this from Reason.com. Okay, free minds and free markets.
Because reason.
Yes, Reason. Okay. Are you a college student who can't decide whether your Halloween costume is potentially offensive?
No.
You're not playing along. You're not playing along.
Oh. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
See, now I got to start all over again. Okay. So you are a college student who can't decide whether your Halloween costume is potentially offensive.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Yes.
So we have a very helpful infographic, which is also known as a flowchart,
Okay.
that might help make things clear. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you a set of questions.
Okay.
And as we go down, we'll see where you rate. Okay.
Sure. Let me.
So the first question. First
Yes.
question on the flowchart. Are you planning on painting your face black to mimic a skin tone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nope, that's racist. That's called blackface, and it's never okay, no matter how clever you think your costume is.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
All right. No.
Okay. No. Okay. So the answer is no. Are you Hitler? Are you anything that has to do with Hitler?
Yeah.
Best to avoid any and all Nazi iconography,
Oh.
which basically means all the people like that. Sorry.
All right.
So no. Okay, no. Very good. No. Are you someone or something real that has recently committed violence or terror against people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, yeah. Could your costume be interpreted at a distance as pro-violence at the expense of victims?
Yeah.
There's a subtle difference between a scary costume and celebrating a legitimately terrifying group. Halloween is not about subtlety. Better skip it.
Oh. All right. No.
Your costume is going to look scary. Just hope that no one misinterprets what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's go back.
I got it.
Are you someone or something that has recently committed violence or terror against people? And you had said yes last time, so the answer this time would be no, correct?
Okay.
Yes. Would this also happen against animals?
Yeah!
You will get nasty looks as Cecil the Lion's killer, but you're making fun of Walter Palmer, not glorifying hunting. So I don't know what the hell that means. But okay, so we'll back that up. So the answer is what? No?
No.
Not interested in dressing up as a murderer. Thank you. Is your Halloween costume
You're welcome.
a concept, bro? Or a quote concept, bro?
Yeah!
Okay. We'll go down that one because this breaks off into 3. This is a very long flow
It's a
chart.
really long flow chart, guys.
Is the concept promoting any of the following? Racism, xenophobia, misogyny, homophobia, or transphobia?
Yeah!
Please just don't.
Aww.
Mhm.
All right, no.
No. Good God, this goes all the way down. Are you making a political statement that you'd feel comfortable arguing in public?
Yeah!
Go get 'em!
All right!
Yes! But let's pretend you said no.
Okay, no.
Don't be a
No.
coward and hide behind your costume if you don't believe in it.
But I just wanted to do costume.
Let's
I
go
don't-
back.
Okay.
Let's go back. Okay. Is your Halloween costume a group of people? Is it marginalizing or is it a marginalized population?
Yeah!
Does that group still exist, and is there still widespread trauma surrounding the marginalization?
Yeah!
Don't be an a-hole for the sake of some misplaced LOLs.
Well, fine. No. No, then. Jeez.
Daggone it. Okay.
Gosh.
Does what you're wearing actually reflect that group?
Yeah.
Are you deriding them or celebrating them?
Is this a yes or no?
No, this is you pick.
Deride?
Are you making a political statement and you be comfortable arguing in public?
Yeah.
Then go get them.
All right.
We're back to that little group again.
Deride?
No, you went celebrating.
Celebrate.
Celebrating.
Celebrate.
Would you feel comfortable walking into a room full of strangers from that group or family, if that's a specific person, on Halloween?
My man.
The answer is yes. Go for it. Be your bad Beyonce, Susan B. Anthony, Cleopatra self.
Don't you know I'm bad? I'm bad.
No, don't do that. I find it ironic that all the lists there were female.
Yeah.
Are you guys self-identifying as a female?
No.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, well. But we'll go back. It said, would you feel comfortable walking into a room with strangers, blah, 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 the people that... The answer is no. If you can't walk the walk, you should leave your costume in the bag.
I walk the line.
Okay. Now let's go back up here. Is your costume a specific person? And are you a famous person?
Yes.
This is a long one, too. Good Lord have mercy.
Jeez, these guys.
Did the person you're dressed as die in the past 5 years?
Yes. I think.
Depends on who we are.
I mean,
Depends on his or her. Did his or her death incite protests, marches, or campaigns?
yes.
If you dress up as Michael Brown, you deserve all the hate mail you get.
Really? That's the only one you chose?
That's
the
what-
only one.
That's what yes
only
is.
one.
That's what yes is. Okay.
All right, no.
So no. No,
No.
his or her death did not incite marches or protests or campaigns. Zombie Steve Jobs might not be the most tasteful costume, but it's not malicious.
At least he's white.
At least he's white. You caught that too. Okay, let's go back up here. If your person you were dressed as died in the past 5 years, no.
No.
Is your costume celebrating his or her existence?
Yes.
Yes. And that goes back up here to, would you feel comfortable being in the room? We've already
Oh,
done that
yes.
one. Okay.
No. Okay.
Okay, so we want, no.
No.
Does the main feature of your costume utilize a common negative stereotype about their minority group status?
Well, duh.
Even if you have a sardonic point to your costume, it'll be overshadowed by your costume's offensive element.
Boo.
So, no, racist.
Boo.
So let's say no.
No.
You're safe here, but be prepared to defend yourself against their fans.
Whose fans?
Whoever you're dressing up to be.
Oh.
That's a celebrity.
Oh. I've got one white glove.
Oh, what is this one? Okay. Is your Halloween costume a group of people? Is it marginalized population? No. Is your costume insert group plus silly or sexy?
Yes.
The answer there is actually hell yeah. That's serious.
I mean, yeah.
Do you belong to that group?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. You've earned the right.
All right.
Wow.
So basically, if it's your group of people, do it.
Almost.
Okay. So
Oh.
no, it's not my group.
Just kidding. That infographic posted by administrators of the Students Affairs Department of North Carolina State University.
Yay!
And noticed by Campus Reform is probably the least helpful Halloween costume guide ever made. I don't know. I thought I learned a lot.
I learned nothing.
Learned that you're a bigot. The only reasonable takeaway is that any costume edgier than plain white sheet should be avoided. Pretty much.
Plain
As-
white sheet should always be avoided.
I thought it was plain white tees.
Oh.
See what I did there? That was
Yes.
a good one. Name drop.
Oh.
Administrators at universities all over the country are eager to tell students what not to wear in order to mitigate any chances of someone's feelings being harmed. At State University of New York in New York. In fact, there are no fewer than 5 officials standing by to correct students' politically incorrect costume choices and their friends.
Well, you know what? For that, you can count on me. Like 1, 2, 3. I'll be there.
Me and my big mouth. Me and my big mouth.
That's what you get.
Students don't have the right to wear costumes without being criticized, but they do have the right to wear costumes, period. Because that's in the Constitution.
Yeah, because you have the right to have a costume. No, you know what? You have a right to be an adult. You have a right. You have a right to understand what's going on in society. You have a right to learn. You have a right to education. You have a right. Yes, you do. You do, because without the education, without proper education, you cannot be a proper citizen and you cannot be a proper adult. So you have to have the right to education. If you don't, then you can't be a citizen.
All right.
A good one. You
Yeah,
can't
well.
be a good citizen without being educated. So you have to have that right.
Fact is, something campus bureaucrats scarcely acknowledge in their zeal to discourage or prohibit all offensive speech is a symptom of the sickly state of free expression in American higher education. Amen. We were going to go into like further ones of other schools because there was it the University of Texas?
Yeah, UT and
it was either them or Utah did an actual practice dry run for Halloween.
yeah, I think that was Utah.
And it was one of them. All I know is that they had everybody dress up and like, all right, guys, we're gonna practice.
Nope, that's bad. Nope,
Yeah.
that's bad. Nope, that's bad. Nope.
And-
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
just-
That's good. Yeah.
I'm at a point where
What are you, a preppy white guy? Oh, you're not wearing okay. Good job.
nice boat shoes?
Good job.
That's where we're at. You know, I'm at a point where nothing is fun anymore.
Yeah, it can't be fun. If it's
It's-
fun, then it's not. Then it's
Because
illegal.
God,
It's
God,
no illegal.
yeah, but God forbid you should be, I don't know, an adult and responsible
No.
and for your own stuff. So
Why would you ever be an adult and responsible for your own stuff?
I don't know. And anyway, folks, we hope you enjoyed the Defenders of American Exceptionalism culturally appropriated Halloween extravaganza. Yay.
Yeah.
We're smiling.
If you can't see us,
Catch us on Facebook. We can find all the videos and everything there. Facebook Lives. Defenders of American Exceptionalism on Facebook. DOAE Show on Twitter.
yep.
Patreon.com/DOAE Show. Same as DOAE Show on YouTube.
YouTube's, Spreaker, SoundCloud. You can find us on Lanterns. You can find us everywhere else.
Lanterns.buzz.
That's right.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You could be doing anything else, but you're here. We'll
Thank
catch
you.
y'all next week. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at lanterns.buzz. For great radio, get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.